Yeah, we'll do that. That's quick and easy. Also, your mic sounds great, which is awesome.
Echo cancellation.
Oh yeah, should we tell her to do that now?
Yes.
All right.
Because if not, everything will cut out.
All right. Well, first off, is it Alyssa or Elisa or how are we doing?
Elisa.
Elisa.
Like Lisa with an E.
All right. She said it kind of as if like she was yelling at me. All right. Elisa, are you on your computer or your phone?
My computer.
So on the bottom left, you'll see that gear icon that says user settings.
Mm-hmm.
You'll click that. You'll go to voice and video. You'll scroll down. And then that thing that says echo cancellation, instead of green, you'll just click that and make it black. And her house is on fire.
Okay.
She's like, I didn't get any of that.
I got it.
You got it?
Echo cancellation. Done.
Yeah, turn it off.
Awesome. So, Jem, I met Elisa on, I think I said that right. I met Elisa on that app that is like probably the worst app of all time, the Wisdom app that no one goes on. There's like 9 people and 7 of them are grandmas that talk about God. But
yeah.
But it was nice to get her because what was it? Like polygamy versus monogamy? What was the talk you were talking about?
Polyamory.
Okay, see, that's a big one.
Polyamory is different than polygamy. Yeah.
What's polygamy then?
Well, so polygamy is, I feel like, something that most people are familiar with. A certain sect of the Mormon church practices polygamy, where it's one man with multiple wives. But polyamory doesn't specify like a gender. And polyamory just means somebody who wants multiple relationships.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, are you going to say what you wanted to say, Jem? We were talking because we did a bunch of episodes for our other podcast, Arguable, and I brought up the fact that you were going to be on Monday Morning Dullard in just a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I brought up the topic that you just brought up. And Jem, what did you say?
Well, I said that sounds. I said that sounds delightful.
No, she could take it. She's a grown up.
No, yeah. What do you really think?
Yeah,
no. He was saying because
I was saying I didn't say shit.
Well, no, I was like, what's that polyamory or whatever? And he was like, oh, that's like when like a girl has a relationship but still fucks around. And I was like, that just sounds like a whore.
I mean, it's kind of like, yeah. What's wrong with being a slut or being a whore? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Yeah, I have a lot of sex. I have a great sex life. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so.
No, I didn't say it was bad.
Jeff's like, no.
Well, but I think the name or the word whore typically has like a bad connotation to it.
Okay. Like you think it's like demeaning or whatever.
I don't think it's demeaning. I think most people use it as an insult.
Yeah, I don't think I didn't mean it like that. I just mean like it's just easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm not
laid.
offended by it. I'm just saying that I think most people.
Like if I ate 3 burgers a day, you'd be like, that's why are you doing that?
I actually kind of like burgers though.
Burgers are amazing.
I love burgers. I'm actually with.
But I like sex too.
I'm gonna keep pronouncing. Fuck, it's not Alyssa, it's Elisa, right? Elisa.
Yeah.
I'm with Elisa on that because, and Jem, I know you've heard me, like I've said the word weird before a lot. Like, oh, that's weird. Like, oh, that's weird. And weird has a negative connotation to that. And when I say something's weird, I don't mean it in a negative way all the time. Like I use the word weird if something's different. And just because something's different doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I really do think that the word whore and slut and what Elisa's saying is true, where obviously I would say 95 times still out of 100, people are using that in a negative way, especially with this fucking this wave of these fucking YouTube channels that have been coming out lately.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I would never fuck it. It's like, dude, like, why are you stop ruining whores for us? Like, I love whores. I'm single. They're fucking awesome, dude. Like, why would you want to bastardize them or whatever? Why would you want to
bastardize?
Yeah, bastard. Thank you guys. All right, easy. I get it. I'm illiterate. Why would you want to father that wasn't there then, like, and put them under a bridge? Like, just fucking be happy that they exist. My God. Marone.
Well, be happy they exist. I mean, I guess.
What do you mean? No, wait. I'm with you, I think, on this one. What's going on? What just happened? What got flipped?
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
Jamie.
What? What do you mean?
Be happy that they exist, right?
I'm with Elisa
Yeah.
now. Fuck you,
I
Jamie.
am with
What are you
Elisa.
trying
What
to
did I say? I'm with Elisa. I think I'm happy that the
You're
whores.
saying that whores are weird? What the fuck?
Oh, you're an idiot. No. I was using that word as I hate you. I hate him. Now, Jem actually brought up another question. I am curious about this. So I think, Elisa, are you married or are you like just with a long-term relationship?
No, I'm married.
Okay, so now what was the reason for marriage with your partner? Because I would assume it wasn't a religious reason, but I could be wrong.
No, I feel like this is honestly like the number one question that I get. That's like, well, if you want to have multiple partners, then why did you get married? That's like the number one question. And well, it's like just because I want multiple partners doesn't mean I'm not like committed to Mike, my husband. I love Mike and I can't see him not being in my life. I want him in my life for the rest of my life, even as I explore other relationships. But I know I always want him to be there. So we got married.
Why isn't he like just good enough to commit fully?
Well, see, that's the thing. Just because somebody wants multiple relationships doesn't mean that this relationship isn't quote unquote good enough. There's nothing wrong with our relationship. I would say that because we are so committed to each other, we are like more committed than most, that we are willing to do things that most people wouldn't be willing to do to make each other happy. Most people would never allow their spouse to have another partner. It doesn't matter how much they love them. They'd be like, no way, that's crazy. So I would argue that we are more committed to each other and to each other's happiness because we want the other to be so happy that it's like, yeah, if another partner is going to make you happy in ways that I can't make you happy because we're different people, then yeah, go for it. We shouldn't have to be limited. One person can't be absolutely everything you ever need for your whole life. That's just impossible. And so it's like, yeah, like I am never going to be like somebody else. And so if somebody else has qualities that are very different from me that Mike is interested and wants to explore, why shouldn't he? And vice versa. Mike is an engineer. I love using this example. He's an engineer. Math and science are his thing. He's kind of nerdy. I love that about him. But sometimes, I crave relationship with somebody who's a little more creative or who's artsy like I am. And Mike is just never going to be that person. And that's okay. I don't want him to be that person. I want him to be him. But I do want to have, a relationship with somebody who understands me on that creative level. And so why should I have to be denied that? So there's nothing wrong with Mike. It's not that he's not good enough. He's perfect the way he is. But he's never going to be this creative, artistic type of person. And that's something that I do want in my life.
Mike's just listening in the background. Like,
Like, I'm going out fucking two bitches tonight.
You'll meet me at the massage. By the way, Lisa, because you've probably never heard an episode before, we're not laughing at you. Like, this is, I'm happy we're having this topic right now.
No, I get it. No,
I want it to be way
Please.
more combative, but I'm agreeing.
No,
with
I
a
don't
lot of what
want.
you're
I don't
saying.
want it to be combative. Well, I actually,
You're making good points.
I have a lot of questions too for this.
yeah.
What's it called? Shit, I forgot a couple.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So are you ever afraid of like Mike finding someone like right now you're his most important person? Like you're like his, for lack of better words, like his bottom
His
bitch.
bread and butter.
He's your bottom bitch. Like you guys are each other's bottom bitch. Like the rock, the anchor. Are you ever worried about him or yourself finding a better anchor?
Not really. It's not something we ever worry about because we have such a foundation of trust that it's really like it. No, it never even crosses my mind. And even if he did find somebody that he wanted to be more of an anchor in his life than me, then it's like, okay, well, like, I'm not going to hold on to someone when they don't want to be held on to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She's going to be holding on to the house, though. I'll tell you that much.
yeah, that foundation.
Yeah. I mean, let's be fair. It's Elisa. It's not Adam over here. Like, she's getting the house and the couch, the fucking Range Rover. That's all hers.
Like, if say, like, Mike comes home from he just built some engineering fucking, I don't know what engineers do.
That was amazing that's how you started that. He just built some engineering.
He came home from making a blueprint for, like, a ice cream maker. And,
that works at McDonald's. He'd be a billionaire. She'd never leave him.
He's like, Elisa, I love you to death. I want to divorce you and marry this other chick, but I still want you to be, like, in my rotation.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, would you still
be like, okay, cool.
So it's funny. So that's, like, such a monogamous way to look at it. But, like, why does he need to? No, really.
Wait, what?
Why?
Jam,
no,
you're such a suit.
I know.
Yeah.
No, it's like
I'm like the most anti-marriage person ever.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So like, why do we have to get divorced? He's allowed to see whoever he wants.
Because
he's allowed
he found
to be
someone
with
he wants to be
whoever
married to
he wants
over you, you know.
No, I think Jem is asking. Let's
like
say
someone's taking your place.
What's his name again? Was it Mark?
Mike.
Oh, it was Mike.
Mike.
That's just how much I listen on my own fucking show. Let's say Mike though actually does say, "Hey, listen, I want a divorce. I want to marry someone else. However, Elisa, I still want to, be together with you sexually, like still go out with you from time to time. Would you be okay with that, or would you have to be like, no, I can't?"
I mean, it would really have to depend on the situation. And also, that wouldn't just happen overnight. It wouldn't just happen where one day he's like, oh, I want a divorce. Because we communicate so much and we talk about all this stuff. It's not like we're going out separately, secretly, never talking about any of this stuff. It's like we know each other's partners. We know how it's going with other people. So it would never just happen where it was like overnight, instantly, I want a divorce, you're not the one anymore. It's like that would be such a gradual thing, and it would be obvious. It would be something we talk about, and so it wouldn't just happen overnight. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So let's say it happened over 5 months to the same conclusion.
I don't know. It would really just depend on how I felt about it. But again, if that's what he wants and if that's what is going to make him happiest, then yeah, I got to let him do what it is that he wants to do. And none of us should be holding on to somebody who doesn't love us the way we need to be loved, no matter how that looks.
Yeah, I like your perspective on this because I feel like you're treating your relationship as what most people should treat their relationship as, which is an individual relationship. In terms of a lot of people have very black and white feelings on what a relationship should be, but forget that everyone has differences in their personality compared to the next person, no matter how similar they might be to someone. And you're treating your relationship as just you two individuals in your own relationship. Because we talked about this quickly on Wisdom for 10 minutes, where most relationships, it's weird. It's like, I'm at a point in my life, and I know I'm still young. I'm in my 20s, but I do think that most people, definitely, especially guys, they just aren't met. Imagine people really don't know what a lifetime means. Someone who gets married at 30, you're now with that person. You're expected to be with that person for the rest of your life. That a lifetime, 60 years, that's a long fucking time. I don't think people really will ever understand that until they're about to die. Being with the same person forever, it seems, to me right now at this point in my life, seems impossible to me. I don't think I would ever be able to do it, but I do think part of me is selfish, where I would love to be in a relationship with a girl, right? Mm-hmm. Where she's such a great person to be around, that not only do I want to fuck her, but I want to go out to eat with her. I want to go to movies with her. I want to go to the carnival with her. I want to go travel with her and all that kind of stuff, whilst her still being open with me. If there's a hot girl, I can fuck her. However, that's where the coolness of the relationship ends, because I know right now I'm so selfish, and I'm not saying this is a positive thing, this is a negative thing. The thought of me, or the thought of her getting dicked down by another dude, I just couldn't, it just like, no, I can't like, I can't like think of that. I can't. The fact that like the dude from
it's
Bang
jealousy.
it is the fact that the guy from Bang Bros might fucking just destroy her, and then she's coming home to me like with my little pop pistol. I got no chance.
Yes. So I can, as like another guy, I can kind of speak to that. I look at it a little differently though. Is I get that whole aspect of it where like people will be like, it's jealousy, it's insecurity, this, that. But I personally wouldn't want to be in a relationship, let alone married to a girl who wants to just be in multiple relationships. To me, it's like a girl's nature is supposed to be to like lock down one person, have kids with them.
That's where I have to disagree there. You guys are gonna have like a girl's nature.
Yeah. I think if you look at nature, not just humans but most animals, like the female it's their role to pick a good mate. Like they're the selectors in that game, and like it's our nature just as a guy to just fuck as many people as we want. We create so much sperm every day. It's like billions. Whereas you have limited number of eggs. By a certain age, they kind of deteriorate. It's like more in your nature to like lock down the best mate you can find and have the best genes, and then make offspring. Like that's how we all are here.
So there's actually a book out called Sex at Dawn, which talks about this.
Jim's and like, I don't read those.
How,
let's put a book against nature. Okay, we'll do
no,
that.
it's not putting a book against nature.
I'm fucking around.
It's literally looking at all of like Darwin's theories and all of these theories that came out basically in the 1800s about what is our nature. How were like the very first humans? Do we really believe they were monogamous? Hell no. It looks at all of that biologically. Okay, riddle me this. Why is it that a man can only, right, like you only come once? That's it. Then it's like you need to like eat a sandwich, relax before you can go again. But a woman can orgasm many, many times in a row.
Because your orgasm doesn't create life.
I think what she's saying is like it's almost the opposite.
So why? It is.
Like
so
our orgasm is like equivalent to your pregnancy.
No, I think Jem, I think what she's saying is, and I'm probably wrong because I'm stupid, but I think what she's saying is like it's almost as if like a woman was made to have sex with multiple partners, because basically the guy's one and done, and she's still ready to keep coming.
Yeah, but she can only get impregnated once, whereas we can impregnate 10 girls in one night.
Well, yeah, but
we're the ones who like shoot the seed into you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where.
Yes, I understand how sex works. Thank you.
Yeah, like there would actually be like rituals back in like ancient times where like guys would fuck like 10s to 20s to hundreds of women, because
and the women would also have sex with multiple men in one night, because it also wasn't known like when you're ovulating, like cycles. Like it's not about like, oh, I need to get pregnant this one time, right? We all have sex, not just to get pregnant. We have sex because it feels good. We have sex because it bonds people together.
But it feels good because you get pregnant. Like it's just the mind's biology's way of tricking you into doing it a lot, so you get pregnant.
No.
Yeah.
No. It doesn't feel good. Like only
only
if you're gonna get pregnant.
Why do you think sugar tastes good? Why do you think sugar tastes good?
Because it
to enjoy
releases like the chemicals.
Your tongue feeling.
No, but I'm saying like
it's
not like the only time it ever feels good is the time when you get pregnant. That doesn't make any sense.
What? No, I think what Jem's saying is well, I mean, listen, I don't fucking know the answer to any of this shit, but I would assume the reason sex feels good for both a guy and a girl is to procreate. I'm not saying that's the reason, obviously, why everyone has sex, but I get what. Do you understand what Jem's saying with that? Like
I do. But then why do women have a clitoris?
I think
get
it's
pregnant.
Again, I'm stupid. For the love of God,
if it didn't feel good, you wouldn't do it as much.
No. Jeez, I was gonna say something about like when they're the embryo is developing in the womb, like literally, when it becomes a male, the clitoris is basically the penis, and then
they start off as female, yeah.
Well,
we would have eventually evolved to not have it because it literally there is no purpose for it besides that it feels fucking good when someone rubs it. That's literally the only use it has.
This is a kid show. Let's like
no, but
let's take it easy. Like, fucking waving one of those Asian flags fans on me right now.
But no, I'm serious. Like biologically, it would have gone away if we didn't like need it. So it's not
because
like we don't have sex
it's in the
just
area
for procreation.
Okay. I don't know where to go with that. You really believe that? We don't have sex. Like, I understand we also have sex for pleasure, but I'm saying the reason it's pleasurable is to incentivize getting pregnant. Like, that's the whole reason for the act. The reason why anything feels good
I understand what you're saying, but
like you're talking about like the post priori, I'm talking about like the a priori, like the reason behind it all, not the end goal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, we need to procreate, but like we also need to eat, and sometimes you eat things that don't taste good because it's healthy and good for your body. You know, it doesn't mean like things taste good, so we eat. We're gonna eat no matter what.
That's where Jem's coming from, where obviously the reason to eat is to live because you need.
You wouldn't eat like human
but
shit.
You still more so. Obviously, you eat to live, but you'll still eat something delicious, even though you don't need that to live. But it still tastes good. Same thing with sex, like. You have, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong, but I'm like, you have sex to procreate, but obviously sex feels good, so you will still have it even though you're not trying to procreate.
Yeah. It's not just about procreation.
Like, so take like cake. If you were to eat cake nowadays, right?
Off of your partner's genitals.
Yeah, off your multiple.
Which I hate, but I hate mixing food with sex. It's the fucking worst.
It's the worst.
Maybe whipped cream. Anything outside of whipped cream and like a cherry. I don't like it.
Like, a lot of cake is bad for you, but the reason why we're so drawn to it is because if we were still living in hunter-gatherer times and you found a cake, that'd be, like, the best thing ever for you. Because you need that sugar so badly, right? But we're living in a time where we're all in houses and we don't really have to hunt for our food and shit. So we're still, like, living in that, like, where we can eat 10 cakes a day, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm saying the reason why cake tastes so good is because sugar was so important back in the day. Like, it was the only thing that kept us going.
Like, is this stuff that like you 100% like this is the way it is, or is just this stuff that you believe?
I don't know I don't know how to answer that. Like, what do you mean? Of course I believe it, but like I think I believe it because it's based in just human biology.
Like, are you open to the idea that like if something just was able to make you not believe that anymore, you go, oh, I didn't think of it that way. Like, are you open to that? Or are you like 100%?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you're not like concrete.
If I heard a good enough argument, like to why, like if someone was to be like, no, you jerk off because of actually this reason, and it was a better reason than just like, no, that's because you're just drawn to sex because like nature wants you to procreate. If you gave me a better argument, I would switch my position. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I just think none of us would be here without procreation.
True, but I don't think. Now, Lisa, your point, like, I don't think that's her point though at all, right?
No.
I think she left. She landed out of here. I have another question though. Was it Mike? It's Mike. Let's go with Mike. Now so you're. Is it polygamous or poly something? Like, what is your actual like label that you put on?
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous. Well, someone's also getting arrested back there. All right.
Right. I know. Sorry. I live in LA, so you know. It pops off all the time.
Is Mike also a polyamorous?
Huh?
Is he all he? Okay, so you both are on the same now. Because were you that before you met him?
No.
Oh, really? Okay. How long did you? Was he before he met you?
No.
So how did that all go about?
Yeah. So we dated for like 2.5 years before we decided to open up our relationship and see multiple people. Mike had actually read about polyamory and multiple relationships when he was in college. And it always sounded like it just made sense to him. You know, he's like, this just makes sense. Why don't more people do this? But then he also never thought he would meet somebody who would be open to it because most people are not. And then when we were dating, I met somebody that I was like really drawn to, really attracted to, not just like physically. It was more like we had an emotional connection. And I ended up cheating on Mike. And so we talked about it when it happened, and I told him, I was like, you know, I'm really confused because like there's nothing wrong with our relationship and I love you, but I started having feelings for this other person. And most of us are told that like if you have feelings for somebody else, then that means you're not actually in love with like your boyfriend or whatever. Like that's kind of the narrative that's been told. And it's just not true. And so,
well, can I provide like a argument to that?
Jesus, Gem.
No, but I got a good one.
A good one, he says.
I love my mom, right? Love her to death. She's my mom. If I spent this next Christmas at a different woman's house that I called mom, I think that would say a lot about my relationship with my mom. Like, I think she'd be really upset. I think she'd have a reason to be upset. I think there'd be a reason that I did that. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to my mom because I love her. I'd show up to her Christmas. You know, I wouldn't cheat on her with Christmas.
But can you see how like other people would? Do you see how other people would deal with situations differently than you?
If they didn't love their mom, yeah.
Oh my god. You're an idiot.
No one does that. No one would do that to their mom if they love their mom.
Jem, I have a question for you.
You know I'm right, by the way, Elisa. You'll never admit I know I'm right.
No, I'm not. No, Jem, no, he's talking to me, by the way.
What if you're married?
No, Elisa. I said Elisa.
No, what if you're married and then your wife is like, hey, can we do Christmas with my family? With her mom.
That's not the same. I'm talking about mom.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have, and she wants to spend Christmas with her mom. And so are you going to be like, nope, sorry, wife, you go have Christmas with your mom and I'll go have Christmas with my mom?
No, you'd spend it at both.
They live on opposite coasts and you have to pick one.
Well, that's different, of course.
Okay. Here we go.
Well,
okay. Just curious.
That's completely different.
But no, so
obviously
Jem,
you're not going to fly on Christmas Day to both houses. But you'd spend Christmas with each. You'd plan a different Christmas.
I have done that. We've spent Christmas morning at my parents, and then we flew on Christmas to his parents.
Oh, so you did. So
we did both.
Yeah, I do know a couple people.
So you didn't.
But no. So Jem, I have a question for you. Have you ever been in a relationship? Have you ever been in a relationship?
Of course, yes.
Okay. Well,
I've been in an open relationship before. Yeah.
Did everybody know that it was an open relationship? Yep. Cool. Good for you. But no. So my question is, have you ever been in a relationship, and then you started to have feelings for somebody else, but like, and when that happened, were you like, oh, well, I guess I don't really like the person I'm in a relationship with? Or did you start having feelings because you were like, really, you just were done with that relationship and wanted to move on?
I have never.
While someone's house is on fire in the background.
I know. What is happening?
I mean, LA is on fire right now. Jesus.
I know.
Fire truck.
Sorry, guys.
Well, they having a sequel to the Rodney King beatdown? My God.
Yeah. Well, so I've never had that personally. So I'm not going to speak for. I'm just speaking from my own experience, but also, I do feel like I feel like that's more of like kind of a female question directed at like a male. Like,
no,
I don't really look at, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, I'm not really outwardly looking for another relationship. If anything, I'd be looking for just.
I'm not saying you're looking. I'm saying it just like.
No, but
it's
I'm
not like you're actively
time.
looking.
Like, I'm not spending enough time with other women to even develop a relationship. Like, I'd be more looking for like a hookup. Like it'd be more of just a physical, just trying to fuck
Oh
someone
yeah,
else.
Elisa, is that something
wouldn't
be
different,
looking-
by the way? Like someone who's in a
That is,
emotional.
yeah.
Oh, what is that then? Like someone who's in an emotional relationship with someone, but
I
then
feel like guys don't really
just
work
bangs
like that.
girls on the side. Like what is that?
So if you don't want to have an emotional relationship with someone and it's purely physical, purely just sex, then we call that an open relationship. We wouldn't really consider that polyamory.
That's all it's
Polyamory
called. So you're one-on-one with
focuses
someone, but
on-
you're open sexually with other people.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Which is-
what if
which is
she
different.
also is too?
What's that?
Yeah, that's an open relationship.
Oh, okay. So you're saying, but I don't.
Jem.
Well, guys. I don't think I don't mean to speak for all guys here. I don't think guys are really looking for multiple relationships.
Oh, I know lots of guys who are looking for multiple relationships.
But you're not a guy.
And
we're
yes,
just
but
not.
I
That's
know
not the way we're wired.
my husband is the perfect example. I have dated very many men who also want multiple relationships. They are out there. They do exist.
I think they want
have met
multiple
them.
sex partners. I don't think they're looking for multiple.
Well, but you can
like
have
he's not married
you can
to
have
other
sex.
girls.
You're having sex with them.
That's not a
Like,
relationship.
You
Elisa.
you don't like to have sex with people you like. You only have sex with people that you
Yeah.
dislike.
I'll have sex with anyone who wants to have sex with me. There doesn't have to be a relationship involved.
Even your mom?
I know.
Like,
well,
I have a dick, Elisa. I don't think
those
you
are two different things, though. Those
That's
are
what I'm
two
saying. Yeah, I
different
agree.
things.
I agree. That's.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think guys
we
are looking
we
for
are talking
multiple
about-
relationships.
I literally just told you I know so many men who do. Do you not believe me? Do you think
I
I'm a
don't-
liar?
I think you're a woman looking at it from a woman's perspective.
Wow, I am not. Do I need to go grab
not
my
a woman?
husband and bring him over here?
That actually would be pretty
Yeah, that'd be great,
interesting.
please.
If you're if
Yeah.
you guys are okay, as long as you're comfortable with that.
No, I just am like shocked that you don't believe me.
No,
That,
I'm just
like,
telling you as
that
a
you're
guy
saying-
what
you're
a guy would
basically
want.
saying that like because I'm a woman, I can't understand a man's perspective. That's what
Yeah,
you're telling
just like
me.
I'm not a
can't
woman. I
have
couldn't understand a
empathy.
woman's perspective.
I can't have empathy for a man. I can't put myself
That's not
in
what
his
I'm saying,
shoes.
Elisa, don't-
That's
No,
literally what
Elisa,
you just
I don't.
said.
No. Hold on. I think what Jem's saying, and actually, I almost know what Jem's saying. I don't want to speak for him, but what he's saying is, because you're a girl, you can't see things from a guy's point of view. Exactly, just like a guy cannot see things from a woman's point of view. Exactly.
Right.
Do you get that point?
Of
Yeah.
course we can't exactly, but so when I say I have dated men and been in multiple relationships with men who have also had multiple relationships, you don't believe me.
No, I believe that.
Okay, well,
I've dated.
you
Spanish
literally
women.
just said you didn't.
I've dated Spanish women. I'd never say that I could speak for a Spanish woman and what her experience is and what she looks for in life. I've dated her, but I'm not her. She could be telling me one thing and be feeling something.
Elisa,
totally
what
different.
did you hear before? What was the thing that you're saying Jem said earlier?
That I don't have.
Oh,
empathy or
he just
something?
didn't. He just didn't believe me. I was like, I've met men who want multiple relationships, and he was like, no, that's not true. He's like, they want to fuck multiple people. They don't want to have relationships. I'm like, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I agree with
they
that.
want.
still
They
then.
want.
Yeah.
No, they want multiple relationships.
Wait, Jem,
do you know that,
I know
though?
people though also who
Because I have met their other partners
Then
that
why-
they are
so why
in
doesn't he-
relationships with.
So then, okay, you're saying Mike is someone who wants. Then why doesn't he have multiple wives?
Well, one, it's actually not legal to have multiple wives, so you just can't do
So
that.
do you live with them?
But you don't have to live with somebody to be in a relationship with them.
No, I agree. But do you live with them?
Not currently.
Oh, you're married
You
and you live
could.
together.
No, I live with my husband. Yeah, he and I live together.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. Mike. I thought that.
Oh, yeah.
she's saying she's not
Yeah.
living with anyone else that she's in a relationship with.
Right. No. So you're living with your husband though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any other women or men living with you guys?
No, it's just us right now.
Oh. Well, so you don't think he'd want if he wanted multiple relationships? Why wouldn't he want multiple women living with you guys? If you can't get legally married, why wouldn't he want like?
He actually
guys have-
doesn't. He actually doesn't want to live. Like, you can have a relationship with someone and not live with them. Like, the living part, some people like that, some people don't. It's all just like preference, but you don't have to live with someone to be in a relationship with them.
But you would agree that living with someone's a deeper relationship than not living with someone, right?
Sometimes, but sometimes living with someone can ruin the relationship or make the relationship harder. And then that's not good for anyone.
Well, then why live with your husband?
She said
Because
sometimes. Though.
Yeah, sometimes, not all the time. Every person is different. And there are some people who, like, they want to have multiple relationships, but they don't ever want to live with their partners.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm just saying, like, so what are you wanting to know?
You're not really coming
like,
with the best arguments here, Elisa. I like it, but it's...
Well, I'm not. I think
convincing.
I'm not understanding what you're saying then. Like, why?
I'm saying that
what does the living with each other have to do?
I don't think your husband
with
is looking
anything?
for multiple relationships. That's what I think.
So
I think
my
you might
husband,
believe that.
who I live with, you think I don't? I just feel like you like why don't you believe anything that's coming out of my mouth?
Because if he
Like-
wanted multiple
like I don't know
relationships, you'd
him?
all be living together. He would live with multiple women if he wanted multiple.
That's
Because
not-
that's
that's
the
not
deepest
true.
you can
No,
get with someone. is to
wait,
live with them.
Elisa
That is
Gem,
not
hold on.
true.
Elisa Gem, hold on. Gem, and I'm not necessarily like not on your side with this, but I do get that. Like I know guys. I know fucking the boxer that fucking died from the HIV or whatever. Like he would like there's guys that do that. They have multiple women that they have like more than just a sexual relationship with. And they don't live with them. They don't live with either all of them or they live with one but don't live with the rest of them. I'm sure there's girls too, but this is based off my perspective. I know guys that do that. That does exist.
Yeah.
Right, but I think we're using the word relationship very loosely.
I don't
You
think,
can
I
have a
don't think
relationship
so
with
because
anyone.
you can have a relationship.
I thought we were talking about intimate relationship.
Yeah, no. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I know guys
Like,
that
why wouldn't you want to live with someone you have an intimate relationship? If I have an intimate
could-
relationship
dude,
with someone, I want them to be in
hold
my
up. See, I'm
house.
I disagree with that. Like it's
Really?
yeah, because I've had friends that we just fucked around. We fucked. We were good friends. Not in a trillion years would I ever want her or these other to live with me. I would never want that. I would never want to like just. It's like me. Our relationship with these girls in the past were
They were friends?
they were friends that I fucked, and like
Friends.
occasionally if I went to a wedding, I'd be like, hey, do you want to go to this wedding? If I went to like a party, like, hey, do you want to come to this party? Again, the relationship was we were friends. We obviously had some emotional connection because we were like good enough friends where it became intimate. We obviously had a sexual attraction with one another because again, we were fucking. So there was something there or else we were just fucking like we needed to fuck, whatever. But yeah, that was a relationship, but I did not ever think of wanting to live with that person. I just didn't want to do it.
Right. See,
Yeah, I think that's a great example.
Because I think you viewed them as a friend, not a romantic partner.
Yes and no. I think
Like friends with benefits.
I
That's a
also
different
think
thing to
experience
me.
helps. So obviously I had the breakup with my ex sometime in February, right? You know about this, Gem.
Yeah.
Elisa's now hearing me like cry about it now for the first time. So I keep saying her name only because I keep wanting to say Alyssa, and I'm like, God damn this autism
Elisa.
or this.
Yeah, you've been doing good though.
Thank you. This illiteracy of me. It's Charlie, your illiteracy. Or anyways, me and her break up. Blah blah blah. What the fuck? Because of that experience, so Elisa, me and her lived in a studio together, a studio apartment, which is like, I moved into an apartment by myself. Like I never lived with a roommate. I went straight from my family to by myself because I never wanted to live with anyone else. That wouldn't be my partner. I just fuck that. I want my own bathroom. I want my own kitchen. It's my dojo. It's my, this is my safe space. Like that's what I wanted this place to be. Now I get together with my girl and we move in and I don't think a studio was great for the relationship. However, I did talk to someone who got a divorce in his relationship and he goes, bro, we had a huge house. I was in the basement. She was in the kitchen. Every now and then I would hear her, let me tell you something. It's never enough house. Basically saying if you're in a bad relationship, it doesn't matter. If you could have a mansion, it's just not enough. So I kind of understand what he was saying, but just go back to my scenario. My scenario was she moved out around that February, March or something like that. I live by myself now and I got to admit, and this goes to Gem, to Elisa, again, I got that right. I think if I were ever to be in a relationship again, which it probably will happen. I'm only in my 20s. Like obviously I'm going to be in a relationship again, emotionally, spiritually, fucking mentally, physically, and blah, blah, blah with a girl. I really do think that I still would not want to live with the person. And I don't know when that will ever change because I love options. I love variety packs. And the reason I say that is because I love the fact that I can be asleep on my bed by myself. But if I'm in a relationship with someone, I love the fact that every now and then, if I feel like it, she can come over and we can sleep together in the bed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like personal space is really important. Not everybody is meant to, you know, sleep in the same bed with somebody. I mean, if you look back at like even in like the 1800s, like from the 1400s to the 1800s, most people, even when they were married, living in the same house, they still had their own room. And then if they wanted to, some nights they would go sleep with their husband and then go back to their bed, vice versa. Like it's actually a relatively new concept of you have to, one, live with each other, and two, sleep in the same bed. That's a really new concept, and it's definitely not for everyone.
Yeah, I see a bunch of birds in there. They have separate
Gem.
nests for the mom and dad, and I mean, what are we talking about?
I will say this though, the bed thing, I
this.
don't know if the bed thing was right or not because
No,
I didn't like
stupid.
families used to live in a bed together at one point.
Of course.
Like with the
What are
butlers
we
and
talking
shit
about?
too, I think.
Yeah, back in the 1800s, you could beat your
I'm
wife
being
with a
dead serious.
mop.
No, at least I'm being dead serious. I think,
No.
yeah, families used to.
And they also had slaves, and you beat your wife with a fucking ruler. I mean, lots of things were different in the 1800s.
No,
man.
dude, about the bed thing though. I'm being serious. Like, at least 100%. The beds used to be like the whole family, the whole household would sleep on one bed. That was old. That was back in the
Yeah,
day.
it just kind of depended. If it was like if you were really poor, yes.
No,
but
no,
if you
I
were
don't think
if
so.
you were really rich, yeah.
I wish I was
was a
smart
master
enough
bedroom.
to like bring up
like
sources.
kings
I'm
and
not.
queens.
Kings and queens had master bedrooms where you would sleep in the same bed.
They would have separate bedrooms, and then if they wanted to, then they could sleep in each other's rooms. But usually had their own bedrooms.
Well, the thing, Jem, I think the thing I'm not getting with you is, and maybe I'm wrong. You can understand how, like, again, there's fucking 8 billion people. People are gonna have different views
I
of
don't believe there's 8 billion people. Though.
All right, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of people. How about that? There's a lot of people. So you can understand how people
Okay,
are going to
well.
have different views on what a healthy relationship is, right?
Yeah, but I can also disagree with it.
It-
You know?
while-
Totally.
While someone's
And
obviously
we can-
part of a
I
drive-by in the background. My God,
don't think
it's just a parade. It's crazy.
I
Santa
mean,
Claus in town.
I don't think it's healthy to be married to someone and also fuck around. Either do one or the other. I just don't get doing both. And I'm not talking about
And that's
just for you,
okay.
Elisa.
You don't-
I'm not saying just from
you
a
don't
woman.
have
I'm
to
saying
get it.
guys too. No,
You don't have to get it. It's not like I'm
understand
trying to
it.
get you to be
Right.
like, oh, you should be polyamorous. But
No,
can you
I know
understand
what you're
how for some people it does work and for others it doesn't, and like that's okay. But can you be open to the idea that maybe some people want things that are different than what you want, or
Of
believe
course.
things that are different than what you believe?
Of course,
That's all.
We don't have to
So-
play this whole like, oh, could you have empathy and are you a human being? Yeah. No, at least I'm not. I get it. Like, I get why people do heroin all day. Like, it seems like it's probably it feels really good. I just think it's not the way I want to live. I just disagree with it. I think it's wrong, but I'm not saying like, I can't wrap my head around it.
Why is it wrong?
I think it's I wouldn't want to raise my children in
The
a
relationship
household.
thing or the heroin thing?
We both. I wouldn't want to raise my kids in a household where like both parents are just constantly gone fucking other people. I would want to have like a stable family unit.
Well,
with,
that actually raises a good
Well,
a good question.
Yeah,
Lisa,
and that actually goes against what you were saying earlier too about, well, if you have multiple relationships, why aren't you all living together? That's like,
no, I was
you
because-
literally just gave a scenario opposite of what you gave before.
right, Elisa, because I was arguing through your logic. I don't agree with that. I was just using your parameters to kind of show, to take it to the extreme to show why it could be flawed. I wouldn't want to live with multiple partners. I was saying that was a totally separate argument. Like that's not what I'm talking about. Like that's not what I agree with. I was just bringing that up because you were saying that apparently your husband right now wants multiple relationships, but he's only married to one girl. I was saying how that's kind of, I see that as hypocritical. But that doesn't have anything to do with me talking about having kids in the same household. That's a totally
Well,
separate.
So you could have kids and you could have multiple relationships, but it doesn't mean you're going to be gone all the time fucking. Like, so when I think maybe an important thing to clarify is that, like, when I say relationship, it doesn't mean literally just going out and it's not like we're going out and fucking different people every single night, right? A relationship takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort.
It takes a lot of time that you could be raising kids.
What if we all helped raise the kids?
Yeah, see, I'm not for that. I would rather raise my kids with another woman and not have like 4 other people in the equation that I'm fucking.
So then her mom and your mom aren't allowed to help raise the kids?
I'm not fucking
so
my mom.
It doesn't, the fucking part doesn't matter.
It does. It kind of does matter.
No, it doesn't.
It really does. If it doesn't matter, then why are you doing it?
Is it a bad thing for a child to have multiple adults in their life that love them?
Do you see how she changes the argument though every time?
It's not.
You argue like the classic, just like swap the argument into a different room. That's not what I'm arguing.
What's the exact point that's trying to be made by either or of you?
The point I'm saying, I think it's more ideal, and then you can go, Elisa. But my point is, it's more ideal. The end goal to me of marriage and a relationship with the opposite sex is to have kids. That's the end goal. Some people might not be the end goal. Maybe you just want to go through life like you're gonna live the rest of your life like you're in your 20s and you're just partying and just fucking around. You're never gonna have kids. I get that. If that's what you want to do, if that's your paradigm of reality you want to live in, that's fine. I love that word. Paradigm.
I've never heard it before.
If that's your prerogative, cool, man. Do you? I'm not saying that like you shouldn't be able to do that, or I think you're a bad person for doing that. I'm just saying what I would want is to have kids, and I would want to have them in a household with one other woman who I'm having the kids with, and we raise them as a family unit, like we've done, and all animals have done from the. I don't see skunks inviting other skunks to fuck with them and raise their kids. To me, that just doesn't seem ideal.
Most
it
animals
confusing.
Are not monogamous. A majority of animals are not. I think you need to maybe do a little research before you say you think I'm wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name 5 animals that aren't.
Like, can you name 5 that are? Can you name 5 that are?
Yeah, skunks, birds, badgers, dogs, cats.
Oh my
Easy.
God.
5 off the top.
Wait, hold on, Jim. I saw a dog fuck like 6 dogs one day in a park.
Yeah, no.
I love you, but hold
animals are not monogamous. I think, like,
you've seen a dog fuck
fine.
6 dogs.
I really think you should do a little more research before saying that I'm absolutely wrong.
Jim, you know guy dogs, if they have their balls, they're humping like chairs. What are you talking about?
Yeah, just like guys are. Though guys cheat too. That doesn't mean they're not like raising a family at home with their wife.
Yeah, but a male dog would
like
easily have multiple litters with different female dogs.
But that's because they have different owners. That's not nature. You're talking about dogs. Like I'm talking.
You said
wolves,
dogs. Why don't you fucking
wolves?
Say,
then wolves. Wolves.
Wait, no, wolves.
Oh my gosh.
I thought wolves
Tigers.
Have different.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have. I'm not smart enough to argue this. I don't know what the fucking tigers do.
I grew up off animal documentaries. Like I'm telling you, most animals are monogamous. Maybe not insects. If you get into the world of insects, that's a fucking another thing. Then at least name 5 that are just. Name 5 animals that are polyamorous.
5 that you just
named. Like none of them.
Name 1.
Literally none of them are like.
Name 1, Elisa. Just name 1 animal that's polyamorous.
Bonobos.
What is it?
What? It's a type of ape. A bonobo.
A bonobo.
Chimps, gorillas. None of them are monogamous. All of the apes that we are most closely related to. Yeah, all of the primates
Name
that we
a
are most
non-primate
closely.
animal.
Jeff, you can't just move the goalpost.
No, because I said animal. She changed the argument again.
I am not. Okay, fine. Let's go back.
Let's go back. Primates are new. Primates are new. Lobsters.
Oh my God.
Lobsters are older than trees.
Jeff, you're standing up.
Bonobos. They've only existed for like.
Jeff, you're standing up. You're standing up. You gotta sit down.
This is ridiculous.
Your head hit the ceiling just now.
This is ridiculous.
That was hilarious.
I feel like I'm arguing with my mom about fucking computers.
Well, no, to be fair though, you said animal. A chimp is an animal. A bonobo. What did she do that was?
Those are all animals.
I know, but that was after I said name 1, and then after I named 5.
She did.
And oh my God,
I
you named
3.
1. Oh, you named 3 animals.
Anyway. Jem, let's go back to the original. Let's go back to the original argument.
By the way, Elisa, I appreciate that you are.
She's being the best sport about this, by the way.
I thought you were gonna leave like 5 seconds in, so kudos to you. I'm sorry.
Well,
I am an idiot.
I mean, I just have to say, like, everyone is totally able to, live your life
You're
the way that
totally
you
a piece
want
of
it.
shit, Gem,
But
and I
I
hope you
don't
die.
think
No.
I
she's
think
being
you're
nice.
just making a lot of assumptions about what other people could possibly want. Like, so your argument is
Bonobos. I'm sorry. Just you
Bonobo.
You freaking out was great. That was amazing.
Yeah,
All right,
her big
I'm sorry,
argument was
Lisa. Sorry to cut you
monkeys.
off on that one. Keep going.
Yeah, you're right. Chimpanzees. We should live like chimps. All right. Next argument.
I don't think that's her
I'm
point.
just kidding.
That
I
wasn't
know.
a-
I'm fucking around.
All right,
dude.
all right.
Can we do a
Jesus.
little banter?
Well, I thought we did.
Keep going, Elisa. I'm sorry. I'm more mad at him than
What
you.
did I do? I didn't do shit.
I know.
I've been nonpartisan this whole time.
I'm mad at you even when I shouldn't be. I'm mad at you when I'm driving.
Lisa, can I
sometimes.
actually ask a quick question with your individual relationship?
fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
You and Mike are together. You find out that you want to do the whole poly thing, both of you, later on in the relationship. Do you know the count between both of you?
What is that? The count?
Like how many people he's been with, relationship and or sexually relationship wise, and how many people you've been with since like you decided while still in the relationship?
No, we don't really like have a tally board where we keep track.
So do you know like, but you still know some of the people that he's definitely been with, correct?
Oh, like have I met them?
I guess yeah, sure.
Yeah, some of them, not all of them.
And has he met the guys that you've been with?
Some. Again, it kind of just depends.
Gotcha. And okay, if you found out that he's been like with like 100 girls, that wouldn't bother you or anything, correct?
Well, I mean, no, if that's what he wants to do, but like, I don't know, it's just different because, like I said, it's not like we're just going out and having sex with a different person every single day. For us, the point is to have relationships. So, I mean, it would take a while for him to get there, but if that's what he wanted, then yeah, that's fine.
And you also would be okay with that? Like if you found out like, oh my God, like he comes to you, he's like, hey, listen, I don't know if like we ever talked about this, but since we come out as this whole thing, I've been with like 200 girls. You just be like, oh shit, that's a big number, but yeah, no, kudos. Like, would that be your reaction, or would you have a different reaction?
Well, that just wouldn't happen because we talk about this all the time. It's not like he's just seeing people and I don't know about it. I know about it every time he's like going to go on a date. Every time he's going to see somebody. Same with me. He knows every time I go on a date, he knows like I'm going on a date. If it's a new date, if it's a second or third date, it's like
Doesn't that go to my first question though? That like that means you
no, but we're always on the same page.
That's what I'm saying. Doesn't that mean you kind of actually do know how many people he's been with since you guys both came out with this?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Do I know the exact number? No.
Oh,
like,
do you know
yeah.
like the rough number, like around 10, around 5, something like? Do you know the guesstimate?
Yeah, probably around 5.
And are you almost in the same like realm, more or less, or around the same thing?
Oh no, I'm probably closer to 10.
Yeah, see, the girl will always have more no matter what. I mean, it's just so much, it's easier. But that's okay. That's true. And I'm guessing that neither of you are like, you both have trust with one another. Like neither of you are scared about being with someone where like an STD could be involved, or even with your case, or actually his case too, a pregnancy can be involved too, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that gets talked about constantly all the time is like, are you going to be sexually active with this person? Have they been checked for STDs? When was the last time we got checked? We always use protection. It's like, yeah, it's like the same thing when you're just dating, right? When you're like in your 20s and dating, like hopefully you should be having safe sex to avoid all of this stuff.
Are you and Mike, are you both
same thing.
in your 20s?
No, I'm 32 and he's 35.
Gotcha. And again, I'm not saying this scenario would happen. This is a hypothetical. Say Mike were to get a girl pregnant and she is going to keep the child. What would that do to your relationship with you and Mike?
I mean, then we just have to talk about it. Like, do we do we want to all raise the child together? How serious is this relationship? If he's been serious with this woman for years, then yeah, maybe we do all want to move in together.
Oh, would
maybe
you be
we
open
do
to
want
that?
to. Yeah, definitely. Like this woman, like again, if we're talking about if he's, let's say, he's been in a serious relationship.
God help us all.
What are you talking about, Jem? I'm on her side with this.
Fucking crazy, dude.
Why is that so crazy?
That you'd all move in together to raise a kid?
Dude,
why
you wouldn't
is that
want
so
to
crazy?
like have 2 girls all the time?
No, I would want to raise my fucking kid.
Oh,
I want to raise my kid.
All right, well, hold on. Let me just tell.
I don't want other people raising my fucking
Jem,
kid.
again, we're on 2 different planes with this because you eventually do want kids. I'm still at a point in my life.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Because I'm on. Okay, then
I'm on the fence. I'm not on either side.
I'm not on the fence right now. I don't want kids.
I know, and I know that.
And I'm not saying.
But if you did, would you want to raise them with fucking
with multiple chicks or multiple guys?
Both.
Not
that you
guys,
don't really know that well.
Not a trillion years. Not a trillion
yeah,
years.
there's no other guy raising
if
my
a guy's playing
kid.
catch with my son, if he thinks he's putting if he puts a Boston Red Sox glove on and is playing,
if I come home and they're playing catch, dude, I'm
fucking, dude, I'm
hitting them with my
the
truck.
township's gonna be on fire. And my attorney's gonna be on my side, and I'm gonna sway the jury. Not in a trillion years.
And by the way, I'm consistent with this. I would never send my kid to public school. I would never
But again,
dude,
I don't want a kid,
years.
and I just don't see that in my future.
But I'm saying if you did, though, it doesn't matter if you want one.
I might adopt a Chinese kid when I'm 50, but that's about it.
Oh, China, yeah, like an engineer.
Yeah, Lisa's over here like, what the fuck
named
just
Mike.
happened?
Yeah, a little bit.
But I would think it.
I'm with this, and then this is goes.
I'm not.
No. I'm with what I'm about to say is, I think a lot of things. I think most relationships fail, any type of relationship, because both partners from the very get-go are not honest with each other. I think a lot of people get into relationships with what they think a relationship should be, and they're just going based off what we think in the world is the right thing to do. 2, I think they're settling a lot of the time. And 3, it goes back to the first point. I think they're just like, oh, I gotta like do this because this is what I'm supposed to do, and don't cheat on. Well, maybe like it's just like, dude, just be fucking like if you're a guy in your 20s and you're 30, or like guys. I mean, I'm not saying girls don't, but again, I can only see this from a fucking guy's point of view. And also, by the way, I do think overall, like this is what I think I know. Guys want to fuck more. It's just I do think that's a biological thing. So to be again with
but bonobos.
No, I'm being
bonobos,
hold on,
Jamie.
Hold on. But that was a different point.
Male bonobos want to fuck less, so let's go.
No, I do think guys want to fuck more. I understand the whole female orgasm thing. That was actually a good point. And again, I could be wrong. I'm not, but I do really believe it's like guys want to fuck, and to be in the same relationship with someone forever. I do think that
I would fuck a midget.
What does that mean?
Like that's how horny I am sometimes. Like I would fuck a midget. I don't think a girl would fuck a midget.
You're an idiot.
No, I'm being serious.
You're an idiot.
I don't think Elisa would fuck a midget. I think she'd be like, I'm above that.
Wow, I'm above that?
Yeah.
They're just
like literally
people.
You're above it.
They're
that was a great joke. I was waiting for that. I was gonna say it, but I knew you were gonna say it.
I thought you were gonna beat me to it.
No, I was gonna say it, but you pointed the mic to Elisa, so I was in the rafters waiting.
Oh shit.
But no, I honestly forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. I just think most people want to fuck around with more people, and there are a lot of guys. Like, think about when like a bunch of married dudes are talking with one another, and they talk about, oh, did you see so and so? Like, it's like, dude, they want to fuck so and so, but they're in a way trapping themselves in a relationship that they're not technically being honest with. Like, you should be able to be 100% honest with the person that you're, planning on spending your life with, and not like hold secrets to them. I think that's insane that we do that.
Yeah. So like
it
you shouldn't
is,
get married
and that
with
happens
someone.
a lot.
Then why get married? I still don't get
and
it.
then actually, I want to ask you this, Elisa. So that again, did you guys didn't get married, you and Mike, based off like religious reasons, correct?
No.
So why did you get married?
Was it like a visa thing, like a passport, like a immigrant thing?
Oh my gosh, is it so crazy that we got married because we love each other?
Yeah, like why get the government involved? I'm genuine. Like you're kidding. You're saying it like it's a funny thing, but like genuinely, why?
No,
I
because
don't get it.
and Jem actually has a
'Cause you
point
ha-
on this because the way you view like relationships and how society might have it wrong. I mean, I think me and Jem are on the same page. We think society has it wrong with marriage. We don't
Right.
understand the concept. Like if two people love each other, why sign your name on a piece of paper and everything? Like you shouldn't
Yeah.
need something like that to solidify it.
That seems
like,
as ridiculous
Totally.
as monogamy.
your
No.
love should be enough
I-
that solidifies it.
I totally agree with that. But the way you're right, the way our government works is they favor married people. You get tax write-offs. Like it's easier to travel and do things when you have the same last name. It's a really outdated system. And so, yeah, like do I think we needed to get married to like show each other that we want to be committed to each other? Hell no. But are there a lot of benefits that we receive because the government favors people getting married? Yeah. So is that a small part of why we did it? Yeah.
So the reason you got married was for the financial and convenience benefits.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Was that the only reason, or was there more reasons?
No, that's not the only reason. We got married because we love each other and we want to be with each other for the rest of forever. And also, yeah, we want these other added benefits.
But that's the thing that I'm not clicking on. You can do that without marriage. Not the other little
Right.
things, but you can obviously still love each other without marriage, and you can live with one
Definitely.
another forever without
You just
marriage.
don't get the added benefits if you don't get married.
So then technically, like those are... all right, how about this? Say those added benefits, none of that applied. The convenience of having the last name and all that, none of that applied.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have still got married, or would you have been like, no, why are we even doing this? We're already solidified with our love.
You know, I don't know. If that other stuff wasn't there, I mean,
I think she's a girl and she wants to be a princess for a day,
I
dude.
know,
I think it's
I
think it's
know.
that.
I know.
I mean,
Come on.
I know that
hey,
cake. The cake.
there's
the
a little,
bridesmaid.
there's
There's a li-
definitely
there's a
some of
little
that
vanity.
there.
There
Everybody
is.
wants to have,
Like, you have
everyone
your
wants
cake
to
and you
have
can eat
their
it
day, you know?
Yeah.
But honestly,
It's selfish. It's greedy.
But yeah, but you're saying it like as if like she's
You
punching.
want a wedding and to still fuck around. You're a whore. No, I'm just kidding.
She doesn't understand her sense of humor. She's probably gonna be like, really?
Nah,
She's
she
like,
thinks we're being serious. But so, dude, I think marriage is like the same as like moving in or having kids. I think they're all kind of on the same level.
I just think it's more like
So
I don't know enough in terms of the tax and the convenience thing.
there are tax benefits.
Yeah, see, I don't know about that, but also I don't know if it's enough where I would still want to do it. However, I do understand what you're saying, Jen, with the trust me, I understand the whole visa thing, and I totally understand someone getting married if they need papers, because like obviously if you're illegal in
Right.
America, it's like you're living a totally different life.
Or the type of thing
Yeah.
where like you want to be able to, if something ever happened to them, you could be in the hospital room with them.
Is that
type
still
deal.
a thing? Is that real?
Yeah, it is in some
especially
states,
with
yeah.
COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, with COVID.
Well, then
yeah,
how
you're
about
right.
this? And now I think this is a good way to, what's it called? Slice them up. That all makes sense for marriage. However, why have a wedding?
Why have a
It's
wedding?
fun.
Because it's fun. There you go. Because it's
'Cause
fun.
it's
All right.
fun.
It ain't solidifying it. It's just fun. You have all your friends and family. You guys are getting drunk and having food. It's your day.
Yeah,
You're
it's
and
a
your
great
husband's- okay.
time.
Actually, to be fair though, when you are getting married and helping someone get their papers, you have to basically have a wedding. There has to be witnesses to the
Yeah.
wedding, and you kind of have to have one because it's evidence to Homeland Security.
Of course, because you don't want the fucking private investigator being like, "Oh, they didn't. They're just
No,
we're
yeah,
sitting
literally.
inside playing Call of Duty."
That's literally it. Like because
of
like
course.
you have to like prove like your it's insane, but dude, fucking getting papers in this country is not as easy as what people say. It's fucking hard and it takes years.
Oh, you don't
Yeah.
say. Yeah, is that why 2 million people come over the border fucking year illegally? Yeah, of course. No one wants to get papers. I wouldn't. Who the fuck wants papers?
Well, that's the thing though. You have to to move.
You have to.
You have to if you want to actually move up career wise and also if you want to travel. Like you can't if you don't have your papers and you're trying to travel out of the country, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Not kind of. You are. You're boned, dude.
Yeah, you won't be able to get back in.
I have 2 questions.
Are you able to stay on
That's cool
longer,
with both of
Elisa? Or?
Yeah.
She's like, well, my third husband is actually.
Oh, shit.
What are your 2 questions?
Well, thank you, Elisa, for being cool, and thank you for Whitey for having me on.
Yeah, she's over here about to fucking get your picture on a dartboard.
Oh, I'm cool with that, dude. Put me on it. No. So I was just gonna ask, what
itches.
huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. My head itches. I just said that out loud. My bad.
What I hate him.
I'm sorry.
No, dude, it's your podcast. I feel like I'm. What kind of tax bracket are you and your husband in, if you don't mind me asking? Like income.
To be
wise?
honest, I have no idea. I don't.
Ballpark. Middle class, rich, lower middle class. Higher
No,
middle class,
it's
poverty.
probably. Let's go upper middle. How about
Okay.
that?
Because he's an engineer, so he makes probably upwards of 6 figures a year, right?
Yeah, he's an engineer, so he
makes good money.
Yeah.
And what do you make? Or do you work?
Not. I do a couple things.
She's
I'm
getting
an
the
actor.
house. She's getting the
I'm an
house.
actor. I
you
work
really
at
an
a
actor?
bridal salon. Yeah.
God damn. That's pretty.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm an actor. I work at a bridal salon, helping
She's a knock.
helping people find their dresses. And I do social media management.
Do you ever
nice.
help people find their dresses, and while you're doing it, and you're like, you could fuck other guys too.
No, I definitely don't bring that up when people are planning their wedding and a
True.
whole thing. No. Not unless they ask, which I don't know why they would.
Now this is Jem. So my question to Jem is, why did you ask those questions? There had to be a reason.
Oh, of course.
A
Because
cynical, snaky reason.
No, it's just most polyamorous relationships I've heard about, usually the guy is above 6 figures. I don't see too many lower middle class guys pulling that off.
I have multiple opinions on that. I have multiple thoughts on why that is. Elisa, you want me to go and then you can go on that?
I don't
Yeah,
think
sure.
she's marrying this guy having a polyamorous thing if he's a janitor. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you know what? Elisa, you go. Because Jem just had to throw that fucking monkey wrench in the fucking smallest toolbox of all
I mean,
time.
what are we talking about here?
That actually is you know what? Go for it. Because that's
You gotta have some leverage, right?
that's a great point.
Well, so we decided to open up our relationship
The second he opened his wallet.
before we
up.
got married.
Jem, did you fall off the couch? What just happened?
That's sick.
Oh my gosh! And I will
Second
say
that
that
first check came in.
Yeah,
When
she saw that first paycheck.
Wait,
She's
how
like,
many
"Oh, you can
zeros
fuck
is that?"
anyone. I don't care as long as as long as we on paper are married."
Yeah, I'll go out on a few dates a month.
All right, go.
As long as we have a wedding.
wow. Okay, I see. You're just calling me a gold digger.
Bonobos.
Okay.
No. Hold
No,
on.
no,
Me
no,
and
no.
Jem are calling.
Hold on.
No. We have to be fair. We're not objectifying you. We are saying all women are gold diggers.
Yeah, not just you.
Yeah, that should make it better, right? I think that makes it better.
Totally, so much better. We're all gold diggers.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
We're all on the same page. She agrees. All right, keep
Yeah.
going.
Even bonobos, the bonobo.
Jeff, if you bring up
with
fucking
oranges.
bonobo, one more. I don't even know what this
I
animal.
didn't bring up bonobos.
Is it the
You
one
don't
with the-
even know what a bonobo is.
It's the
do.
one
I
with the
do know
big nose,
bonobos.
right?
Do you?
Yeah,
It is the big
I
nose
do.
one. I do know. I know
how
too.
dare you, Elisa? I'm autistically into animal documentaries.
You
Don't you dare.
know, you've called out a lot of things that you felt like were fact, and I'm like, well, I think if you
Oh no, that's not a
fact-check that-
bonobo. That's a
Yeah.
monkey. I know. Or I'm sorry, that is
No, it is a
the
monkey.
thing I was thinking of. You know the ones that
Technically.
have like the big Squidward nose.
Yeah, that's a baboon.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, bonobos have big noses, don't they?
No, the bonobos. You know the orange ones that have like the big nose. that, like-
Orangutan.
No, Jesus Christ, Jem.
What?
Oh, hold
You said
on.
orange.
Monkey with big. No, I'm sorry. I had to this proboscis monkey. The proboscis monkey. That's the one. It's a proboscis monkey.
Wait, let the record show that
Sure.
like there's way more birds than primates.
Let the record show that I just made this podcast go in a screeching hole, and the Chiefs are blowing up the Bucks. All right, no, wait, hold on.
I told you about Googling.
No, go back. No, we're going back though to the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Mike was making,
I never got my second question though.
well, we have time, I think. If Mike, if he was making like.
When I met Mike, he was
by
not
the way,
making
bring him on the
six
podcast.
figures.
By the way, we
We've
have to get him
Bring
on the
him
show.
on right now.
Yeah, I think we have to.
God damn it.
It's been over an hour. I feel like
I'm
Mike's
sick of
just
this.
waiting in line. Like, let's go, lady.
Push your girlfriends and wife to the side. I want to talk to this man.
That's a good.
Oh
Yeah.
my
What do
gosh.
you are you open to him coming on?
Yeah.
You want to go ask? If he
I
says
mean-
yes, he says yes. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I can ask him. I don't know. He has work tomorrow, so I don't know. But I
He's
can
eating
see.
Cheetos, just playing like Halo 2. It's like, babe, I told you you're not allowed to enter this
How
room
about
when I
this?
have my...
How about we ask, and if he says no, you know, he's going to be busy tomorrow, then you know it's a no. But if he wants to come on, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. Let me go ask him.
Do you think? Me and Jem,
Lisa's awesome, dude. Isn't she awesome?
I feel like you keep saying that because deep down you're like, she's going to stab me.
No, she is. She's cool.
I got a couple.
I actually kind of fucked with a lot of what she was saying.
Yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna talk about, Mike. But this gives me a chance to put the game on because remember when my internet crapped out earlier? I had to restart the fucking router.
Fucking Apple TV and
By the way,
orange juice.
I don't know. Wait, hold on. Proboscis monkey. Hold on. Proboscis text to. Oh no, definition. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, here it is.
Proboscis.
Proboscis. It's a proboscis monkey.
Oh, is that the one with the fucking like Squidward red nose? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like if anyone listens to this, I literally said the Squidward nose.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Yeah, but you didn't say proboscis.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
What a fucking weird. What a weird looking monkey, dude.
I wish that was the monkey she like brought up. It's just so
it
you
looks
can
like Bill Maher.
It does look like Bill Maher.
Yeah,
It really does.
Fuck.
It really does. Imagine if Elisa comes back and she's like, "Oh, well, he's fucking a chick upstairs, so I can't."
Yeah,
He doesn't want to come on.
he's with his 3 girlfriends. Just a harem of women.
By the way, I think we both knew instantly the body count was going to be higher for her.
Oh, of course. I mean,
It's so much easier.
even if she didn't want it to be higher, it's competitive, you know. Think you fucked how many people? this
So now
month?
why? Now you're on the fence with kids. So what are the in your mind like the pros of why you would want a kid?
Because living is fun, and it'd be cool to pass that on.
Existence is
It's like-
pain.
It is though. Yeah, that's the other side of it. Where it's like, would I want to? I'd have to read them. Read. I'd
That was
have
one
to
of the
meet
reasons my ex didn't want kids because she's like, I know how fucked up I am, and how fucked my genes are. I don't want to pass that along to another child.
Same.
Okay, I'm back.
I got like OCD and like
You're
a bunch
back,
of other shit.
but is Mike here?
No.
He said,
And
"Fuck
he-
that."
He's fucking.
No, he's in the other room and he can hear, and he literally said, he was like, it sounds like a waste of time. It sounds like they're not listening to you because they're not letting you explain anything. That's literally what he said. He was
Disagree
like,
I disagree with that when it comes to me.
I disagree to some of it. True, Jamie. I feel like, I feel like
I'll simp up right
you've
now.
been open to
Yeah.
it, but he was like, no way. It sounds like a waste of time. It sounds like they're not actually going to listen to
That's
anything you
something
say.
an engineer would say. Mike,
What a
Mike,
cop out.
yeah, that is something an engineer would say.
I mean, he can't hear you guys. He can only hear me.
Oh,
Oh,
well, no.
okay. Well, of course.
Well, actually, to his point, is
God
there
damn it.
anything that so far during this that you wanted to say that you haven't? And if you haven't, like,
I had a second question also.
I know, Jem. We're gonna get to the second.
Sorry. Well,
Maybe this is what. Maybe Mike's right.
no, Mike's
My
not.
God, Gemineye and Michael over here, fucking.
I'm just saying.
Is there anything that you haven't said that you actually really want to like let us know?
Honestly, it's like, I don't know, just little pieces of the conversation here or there where, I don't know, not really.
All right, so Mike's wrong. Jem, what's your second question?
All right.
No, I don't think he's wrong.
I think
Well,
he's,
of course
I think
you're
he's
married,
wrong
Joel.
though, because I think I don't. What's something that you haven't been able to say?
Well, no, he isn't wrong because he's only been listening to her. He said so. He didn't even hear the
No,
conversation.
no, I feel like it is very
You heard one
difficult, Jem. It is very difficult to, when someone such as yourself has a very, very strong point of view, and there is nothing wrong with that. But it's really hard to explain a different point of view to someone who isn't really open to seeing things from another point of view.
Right, but
That's all.
Right, but Elisa, you're assuming I have a point of view.
Everybody has a point of view.
Yes,
On
people
everything.
can be in the middle on some things.
You can, yeah, but that's still a point of view.
Right, but you have a
Yeah.
point of view on polyamory.
That is
I don't-
different than yours.
I'm in the middle. I'm not on either side of it. If you had come in on,
I'm not saying you're on either side. All I'm saying is it's really hard to explain when somebody already has an idea and isn't open to hearing. Like you literally said earlier,
yeah,
you believe the point of marriage is to have kids and raise a family, right?
no, I didn't.
And
I didn't never said that.
you literally said that.
No, I said I was
Okay,
anti-marriage.
it's fine.
Wait, hold on,
Anyway,
hold on, Lisa.
what's your last question?
No, Lisa.
What's your last question?
Can we let Jem? What did you say?
I said I was against marriage. I'm not for marriage. I never said anything like that.
Okay.
Right? Do you remember that? See, I feel like here's the thing is like, if you had come in here and you had been like a Ben Shapiro, like firm, like you should be married to just a woman and have kids, I would be arguing your point. Right? Because I'm on the fence with it. I'm not like,
So
I'm not on either side.
I don't get it. Then what is the argument at all? I don't think there's an argument. I think you guys are actually both on the same page where different people are going to have different relationships, right?
I'm on the same page with her when it comes to like when you were saying, Elisa, when you were talking about how this idea of just being fully monogamous and all that is kind of like arbitrary. Like I kind of agree with that. I really do. But what the thing I was saying about is that if I was to have kids, I wouldn't want to have kids with like 5 people raising them. That was the thing I was saying about that. But I also am not for marriage. I would never get married. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't. Is that a closed-minded point of view I have, where I'm on all these different sides of all these issues? I think that'd be more like open-minded.
No, I think you're just coming at it from one very specific point of view, and that's okay.
What would that point of view be?
You're coming at it from someone who has only ever been monogamous and has only ever seen relationships play out one way.
Well, no, he said he was in an open relationship earlier in his life.
Yeah. I have been.
And so you can't see how that could work?
It worked for a little while, but I was also like pretty young and immature, and I'm not with her anymore, so no, it didn't work out in the long run, but I also don't feel like it's not really a blueprint to work out in the long run. No, I don't.
Yeah, but not all relationships are, usually when you're in like an open relationship, not all relationships are meant to be in your life for your whole life.
I agree
It
with
doesn't
that.
mean
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that like being in an open relationship didn't work out. It just means that specific relationship ended.
This is one of those things where it's,
I agree.
dude. Again, I've said this to you all the time, and at least it's people just have different compasses, and they're like different moral compasses, and like different. What's right for one person is not going to be right for the other. It does get.
Yeah.
I think the thing that sucks is when people like think, no, this is the way to live, and then they force it on other people, which I don't think neither of you are doing. By the way, it's annoying when other people do that.
Totally.
What is your second question, Jim?
So do you ever want to have kids?
I don't.
You don't.
Thank God.
No.
Okay, so this.
Hey, high five.
So then this is
Virtual fucking high five.
no fair enough, and this is where you after I say what I'm gonna say, you will come back.
Oh my God, I know what you're gonna say.
No, she is gonna come back to the closed-minded thing or whatever, but I think if you don't want to have kids,
You're like trying to tiptoe around it.
if you don't want to have kids, especially as a woman, I feel like you're being led astray, and by the time you're older in life, you're going to regret it. And you can say,
Coming from the guy that said, "Well, I can never fully understand a woman's perspective because I am not a woman."
right.
But thank you. Yes, you're telling me I'm going to regret this life decision, me as a woman living my own life. Thank you.
Yeah, but I will say as a guy too. I'm just saying I think it would affect you more so because you are the one who births them and you're kind of closer to them because of that. I will say once you get into your 40s, 50s, 60s and all your friends around you have kids and grandkids and you're still single.
She's not gonna be single though.
I think you'll be. Well, what I mean is
I'm definitely not going to be single.
if you're
that's
okay,
for
so let's
sure.
say you're still in the same relationship, 30 years down the road. Even if you are, you're not going to have kids. You're not going to have a family.
So are you
Your
saying that
Christmases
kids are
gonna
the
be-
only thing that will make a woman happy?
I think
That's
human
kinda what I'm
beings-
hearing.
I don't
yeah,
think. No,
not just,
no, no.
not
I
just
don't
women,
think that's.
though.
I don't
Not
think
just
that's what
women.
he's saying at all.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's kind of what it boils down to.
No,
you
no,
can
no,
live
no,
you can live a
that's
happy
not what he's saying.
life and feel very happy and fulfilled without ever having kids.
No, no,
I think-
no. Jem, and this is what I'm getting from Jem is he's saying, yeah, you can still live a happy life and everything, but that's one thing that you might be missing out on.
And it might be too late by the time you realize you're missing. I think you might be 60 and it'll start to get, even if you have a partner, it'll start to get very, very lonely.
But can't you just adopt, dude? Like I don't.
You can adopt, yeah, 100. But to me, that goes in the category of wanting kids.
Well, that's the thing though. Like if you change your mind and I think what you're saying, Jem, is. Well, and I hate doing this. I hate putting fucking words in other people's mouths.
No,
but I think what you're saying is like you get, a woman obviously gets to a certain age where she literally cannot physically have kids.
Right.
Where luckily a guy who
But like
does
you're
want
saying, you
kids
could
doesn't
adopt all of a sudden if you change your mind. I'm sure that happens a lot, right? Like,
well,
that's probably the beauty of it.
I don't fucking know. I really don't.
I'm sure that it does happen a lot where a woman will change her mind and adopt because of it. I'm just saying, as we're all in our I'm 30. I don't know how old Whitey is. He's late 20s. I don't know how old you are, Lisa. You said it before.
I think she said 32. Yeah.
We're all pretty young right now. I think at another double our lifespan, I think to think you'd still be in the mind state you're in right now is.
Well, I've told you that about me, dude. I really right now. I 100 in my mind, 100% don't want kids, but I definitely know that there is a possibility 10, 20, 30 plus years from now. Maybe I do. I mean, things change. So I get, things changing.
Totally.
Right.
But that's with anyone. That's with a guy or a girl. But I get what you're saying, Jem. I think it's more so. I mean, you said because a girl's closer, which obviously that makes sense. Like she's birthing the child. But I also do think it's also something about there's a what's it called? There's a finish line. Like there's a deadline for a woman to have kids, like their own kid.
Yeah, we're all here.
Whereas guys, they don't have that deadline. Like they can keep producing sperm unless something abnormally happens to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Think of all the shit all our ancestors just went through. Like they went through imagine living 10, 20, 100, 1,000, 5,000 years ago and making it through all that up to this point, and then you're just the one person in the line to be like, I'm ending it here.
Yeah, but dude, there's still gonna be people. Other people are gonna have kids, bro. You talking about lineages?
Well, no, I was just bringing it philosophically, but
good thing I've got two brothers and they're having kids, so the line's not gonna end.
I would personally just be like, fuck them, they're dead. I don't give a fuck. Like, dude,
no, I know,
it's not my fucking job to fucking keep the lineage alive. Fuck them, dude.
I already laid out the personal part of it, so I was just adding an extra layer.
At least I have a question. Is that okay? What's it called? like, what do you think like guys and girls are though? Like naturally, like, do you think there is like a not a set?
How many genders?
No, not that, you dingbat. Do you think do you think there's a like do you think being like with multiple like relationships and everything like that is kind of like what the not the thing that everyone should do, but that should kind of be like the norm? Like, do you think that the majority of people do want to actually be in open relationships overall?
I think like our natural inclination, I guess, or a natural thing that we want, yeah, is to be able to have multiple partners. I don't think that monogamy is natural, but I do think that, monogamy has been forced on us for so long, mainly through, the church. And now it's just become so normal that anything other than monogamy seems strange. But I think if we were all given a choice from like a young age and taught like you can be monogamous or you can be not, and like shown healthy, normal like options, I don't think most of us would choose monogamy.
So I'm with you like on 90% of that, where I do think that people want to just fuck around. They don't want to be with the same person forever, especially with the fact that like, a long time ago, and really not that long ago, most of the time, actually, for most of human history, people died at like 40, 50, 60. Like, they didn't live until 90. So to be with someone for an extra 30 plus years, and those 30 plus years are just fucking you on a walker with tennis balls underneath is a fucking nightmare. You want to blow your head off. The one thing that I wouldn't necessarily agree on is I don't think the church has like the biggest role in the whole monogamy thing, because, and this is coming from a guy's point of view, even when church wasn't, or religion was not part of human history, I don't think males in the Homo sapien or Neanderthal, whatever, I don't think they were cool with the women that they were fucking. I do not think at all they were cool with another male fucking those women. I just don't think it. I think it's a very animalistic.
But there's a lot of research that has been done now that shows that.
I don't do that. I don't do the whole reading of research. So you might have to help me with this. No, I'm saying yes, please.
It's just fact checking, and that's kind of like what I was trying to say near the beginning, is that like that like standard narrative of like men have always been crazy possessive and they're not okay, and like with women having sex with multiple, like that's like a very new concept, and there's so much research now showing that like that just wouldn't make sense for a hunter-gatherer society at all. Think about if you were living as a hunter-gatherer, like the worst thing you could possibly do is hoard or keep something to yourself. And like talking about like food, right? You have to share that. What?
Yeah, because, primates never fight over mates. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what are you talking about?
There's, okay.
No gorilla has ever fought over a female.
There is so...
Well, no, I'm actually
gorillas.
That's
the
their
gorillas
entire
literally
reason they fight.
do. The gorillas literally do fight over. Yeah, but like not every. But like not every.
They're not possessive over their females.
So
what are you talking about?
There's so much.
Lions.
There's
wolves?
so much research. Would you just let me talk? Or do you just not believe anything I say? Do you want to do the research? Do you want to read the books?
I just think
because if not, that's fine.
Nonsense.
Well, I think you're spouting nonsense because
I'm spouting biology.
I am giving you actual research, and you are giving me just what you believe to be true, but not fact-checked information.
So what? Okay, so you're the one who brought up gorillas. If gorillas don't fight over mates,
you
what do
brought
they
up
fight
the
over?
gorillas.
No, you did before.
Gorillas are not polyamorous.
No, but do they fight over mates? Do gorillas fight over females?
No,
yes or
she's
no?
agreeing with you that they do, but because they're monogamous.
You do.
Right.
But they're not monogamous and they're not polyamorous.
I think what Jen's bringing
they are literally
You're
polygamous.
You're saying it's a new thing. Gorillas existed
different.
before us. So how's that a new thing?
If I bring up the bonobos, are we just gonna go crazy again?
Well, actually,
Bonobos-
no.
See,
Guys,
here's
guys,
the
guys,
thing,
you
here's the
guys,
thing.
hold,
I
Jem,
feel like
Jem,
we're getting
Elisa,
really-
Jem,
I
Elisa,
feel
you
like-
guys are, but hold on, guys,
They
guys,
do.
you both are going, I think, in circles. My
They're
main,
possessive.
hold on. My main question is, and I'm not asking this to disagree. I'm not asking this to like because there's a secondary reason. I actually want to know, like, because I've grown up for most of my life believing in the whole like hunter-gatherer thing. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. Elisa, what is some of the stuff that you've found out? What is the research that you've done to say like, no, it's actually not like this?
So the hunter-gatherers, like again, if you think about you're living in a community where the community comes before the individual. You can't hoard food because that's the only way you're all going to survive. Is if whoever goes out and like, sure, maybe somebody kills a deer and they bring it back, you share that with everybody. Everybody does the work and you share. The community comes before the individual. Does that all make sense so far?
Yeah,
but what are you
Okay,
creating this theory on your own, or what is it?
No.
That's what I meant. Like this,
No.
like I guess I hate when people, but not show me the sources, but like what have you like
Sex
read?
at Dawn.
Sex at Dawn. Is
Sex
that
at Dawn.
And what is that?
It's a book. It's a book.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a heavily, heavly, heavily researched book.
Sex at Dawn.
Sex at Dawn.
Okay.
It's really good. It's a really interesting read. And yeah, but it's basically showing that like for early humans it's highly unlikely that early humans were monogamous, because actually there's a lot of hunter-gatherer cultures modern day, like that are living right now, that haven't really been touched by modern society. And in the 90s is kind of when like these different societies were found, and absolutely none of them are monogamous. All of them sleep around with everybody, and it's usually the female's choice. This is modern day hunter-gatherer societies. So you tell me.
And to her point, Jem,
so we should live like savages. All right.
No, that's not. I don't.
No,
no,
I
dude.
know.
It might be like she.
I'm fucking
in a way-
around,
no,
guys.
I know. I know you're fucking around.
But she never laughs, so it's like, oh my
Oh,
God.
she wants to. She's like, hey, when's this?
She
ending?
hates me.
But with your whole thing, Jen, with procreation, wouldn't that make sense though, dude? For if like more people are fucking around, there is more opportunity for procreation.
Yeah, I agree. In an age where you're hunter gatherers and like 30% of pregnancies end up in death, and the lifespan is to age 35. I agree. Yeah, the most people fucking is the best thing you could do. Everyone fucks everyone. It's like almost mandated, because you just want the most
I
people
wish
to
everything
survive.
was like that today. It sucks.
Oh, dude, because
it sucks, dude. In America, really. And Elisa, are you from America, by the way? Are you like Canadian?
Yeah.
You are. Okay. And dude, America, like, dude, if you go to Europe, there are so many countries that are way more like out there with their sexuality. Like America's so fucking hard on and it sucks, dude, because like it really has made people shell shocked to be more out there and just to fucking like actually just have sex and have a good time. Like, dude, it's insanity to me. It's insanity to me that the number one thing that everyone wants to do, which is fuck, is like frowned upon in such ways. Like, it's like, I don't understand why the fuck we're like that as a world, that like we basically bastardized a thing that we all want to do.
Yeah.
It's
and
weird.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And a lot of that really does go back to the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church like ruled basically the entire world at one point. And it's when they were like, yeah, sex is wrong, it's shameful, it's bad. And that narrative has lived in our society for so long that it's kind of just been ingrained in us. And that's why it's like we have to unlearn that, because it isn't bad, it isn't wrong. If it's so bad, like, I think what's crazy is in some countries you can literally still like be killed for having sex outside of your marriage or having sex before you're married. Like, if the church literally has to threaten us with taking our lives away to do something, then like Like, that's just crazy. And yet it still happens. Like, that seems like it's just going so against our nature, right?
That's crazy. I think those are the countries that do that for the most part, though, are Islamic countries. But that's obviously still a religion. So yeah, I don't think Catholic countries do that. Like I don't think any country would.
Maybe not anymore.
They probably used to,
but
yeah.
definitely
used to. Yeah, I mean the fact like there's still something called female. Was it? I think it's female circumcision that still takes place. Where, like there are girls where their clitoris is removed
in Africa and shit,
and they sew up their vagina to a point where you can only like urinate, like you cannot have sex, which is like I don't even
insane.
know. Yeah, like,
male circumcision. Yeah,
the word's insane, but like I can't even put a word on that. That's like just like beyond me. And also, I'm actually with you, Jem. Even though I am happy I'm circumcised, it's insane that we fucking still do circumcisions on baby boys.
I was there for one of them. It was crazy.
It's like you're literally cutting off a part of.
It was insane.
Dude, like the fact that that's
barbaric.
Isn't that crazy that that's normal though? That blows my mind.
Well, the fact is, I'll bring that up and people will still defend it. Even people who aren't circumcised.
The fact that people are like, oh, well, it can get dirty in there. It's like, you're cutting off some dude's dick. Like, it can get dirty?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, are you kidding me?
I've enjoyed a lot of the points you've brought up, Elisa, with when it comes to the church, like the Puritan, when it comes to drugs, sex, like we still have so many of these just old prototypes just fucking influencing our culture. Like it's like, dude, give it up, dude. We're not living in fucking.
My
the 1700s.
question is why though? Like why originally did because like something always starts from like there has to be a starting point, right? So
I think it's about control and power.
Yeah, I think she's right. I think like I mean, if you can control the sex of people, you can control
literally
the
people's
people.
dicks.
Yeah,
like literally whether they have foreskin or not.
Yeah, if you can control people's genitals, I think you have a nice grasp on like what they can or cannot do.
Who they can fuck when.
Yeah, like you're literally telling people who they can fuck. Like yeah,
they still throw people off the roofs for being gay, dude. In some countries, it's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah,
it's weird. I just don't. What the fuck, dude? I don't get it. Why do people like you can have power, but can't you be cool about it? Fuck, dude.
Have 14 girlfriends instead.
Like, wouldn't that be a fucking cool? Like, dude, if some rich dude had a mansion and he's like, "Yo, I'm having a fuck party tonight." Like, oh, I want to go to your mansion. Why would I want to go to the other mansion where they're telling me about like, oh, if I look at a girl the wrong way, I'm gonna go to hell?
Right?
I don't get it.
It makes no sense.
But
Bonobos.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to call this episode, but I might call it Bonobos.
Oh my goodness.
Polyamorous bonobos. Elisa,
Beautiful.
Is there anything else you want to say before we end this?
No, I
hope Jen drops
I'm
dead.
good. No, this was really great. It was fun.
No, it was awesome having you on. I'm happy that like you didn't like bail out after like 10 minutes. You were really cool about it.
I'm always down to give anything a shot. You gotta do it fully and commit to it fully, you know?
Nice. All right, well thanks again for coming on. Jem, thanks for being on this episode too, man.
Yeah, dude, thank you for having me, and thank you, Elisa, for putting up with me and being cool about it, willing to talk to someone who disagrees on some things. It was fun. I had a fun time.
I had a great time. Thanks, guys.